from the old woman on the new woman. She is not your old girlfriend. She is not your ex. She is not the lover you used to know when you was back in college. And she is not your mama. She wants to be her own person, and she wants you to get to know her, and exploring her is half the fun. And the reason she wants to talk is so that you will not use old data to assess who she is. She wants you to be interested enough in her to communicate with her for hours so that you can find out the uniquenesses of who she is. And you'll love her for her and not her dress and not her hair and not her breasts and not anything that she might lose. Because what a woman wants to know is if my hair fell out and if I went through a mastectomy and if I ended up in a wheelchair, how you like me now? When I can't wear a bikini and I got stretch marks and I'm getting a little gut, am I still sexy to you? A woman wants to know you love her from, oh, don't start me. She wants to know that you're holding her and not your idea of her. I feel you, sister. I feel you. 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 That's what a woman wants to know. And sisters, you can get that. You can get that from him, whether you are size 6 or 16 or 26, you can get that from him if you complete him. And he sees you as a resource. He will always gravitate to you because you are his help. And everybody likes their help. Have you ever seen anybody who doesn't like their help? You love people who help you. You hate people who don't. Especially when you got a lot on you and you feel in an unstable environment and you turn to the person who's supposed to be your helpmate and they make it worse, you resent them. But if she completes you, when you really get in trouble, you don't care whether she's a size 4 or 24. You'll hug all that old soft stuff and sniff that cologne on her neck and curl up and go to bed up in here and give a brother is more than confrontation. This is so important. Do not think that because you communicate, that because you're confrontational, that you have communication. Confronting me is not communicating with me. It is possible for you to confront me and still not have communication. And we are forever telling you, you need to communicate. We're telling the parents, you need to communicate with your children. Find out what's going on with them. But we don't tell them how to communicate. We tell couples, you need to communicate with each other. But we don't tell them how to communicate. So what we generally do is confront each other rather than communicate. And confrontation does not always lead up to communication. In fact, confrontation with men can shut down all hopes of communication. So you came home with your 5 tapes on communication and you ran up to Roger and said, you know what, Roger, I need to talk to you and I need to talk to you about what you're doing and how you, and all you're doing is shutting him down. Because confrontation is not communication. It ought to be some fellas running up here with $10 and a popcorn ball for this. See, when you communicate, you must understand that we communicate very differently. I walk past John Ellis. If I want to tell John, I think he's doing a great job, and I just appreciate him being here in the ministry and him serving on this post. If I want to tell him all of that, right here, right now, I can do it and never part my lips. I can be preaching and walk past him and go. And I guarantee you, he knows what I said. Am I right? He knows exactly what I said, and I never opened my mouth. Non-verbal communication is huge with another language. It doesn't work when you don't know her. Sister Del Bosque is multilingual. Okay. I'm going to talk to her in English. She's going to answer me in Spanish or French or something. And I want you to see something. I think we need to talk.
Oh, sí, el día está precioso.
Whenever I need you, you're never there for me.
Oh, ¿sabes qué? Ese es el día que sí hizo el Señor.
If you didn't stay at that church all the time, you and I could get together.
Oh, no, ¿sabes qué? Sí, yo... No, es precioso, claro, por supuesto.
Oh, what's up with you? And I don't know what you're talking about, woman. What's up with you and these kids? And you always take care of the kids. You got a husband.
Oh, los conejos y la luna y las estrellas. Wow.
I don't know what in the world she said. Whatever it is, she's passionate about it, she's excited about it, she's sincere about it, but it doesn't sink in with me because she's speaking another language. That's what goes on in your relationship. The woman is speaking one language, the man is speaking another, and it creates a problem. Now, here's the issue with Sister Del Bosque. We're in a dilemma because I don't know nothing she said, but she is bilingual. She knows what I said. But she's bilingual because she's taking classes. But to learn English, and she understands, I think Spanish is her major language, and she's also understands French. But there are no classes because for what I'm trying to teach you, it's not about speaking Spanish, it's not about speaking French or English. I want to know to the women in here, do you speak man? Because if you don't speak man, you could be losing communication with your son or your husband because we're talking different languages. And by the way, fellas, it would help you to learn how to speak a little woman up in here too. Number 4.